Today we're up at Clyde Reptiland. It's an AZA accredited zoo that specializes in reptiles. We'll have a very nice tour of the back scene area with Chad Peeling, Clyde's son. So let's go have a look around. Here's the large crocodilian area at Clyde's facility, and there's our friendly neighborhood American alligator. And that's a friend over there waiting for somebody to stick their nose in there. Clyde Peeling's Reptiland is a must-see for any reptile enthusiast. You've not seen facilities as nice as these for their animals. Here's the alligator snapping turtle. Chinese soft-shell turtle cam. You know how lucky you're here and not on the menu in China, huh? You know how lucky you are? Beautiful star tortoise. Beautiful exhibit. You know, they don't get much better than this, folks. Siamese crocodiles. That's what the crocodilian looks like without the covering. And is definitely a varanid. Whether that's a Komodo or not, it doesn't really matter. It's got sharp, pointy teeth. Here's a water monitor. Monitors are very cool animals to keep, but you really have to have space for them to flourish. Also, you have to be willing to accept bad scratches and bites on a regular basis. There's a Southwestern Gila monster doing what Gila monsters do best. Take a snooze. There's a sleeping frilled dragon. Now, here's a gecko with an attitude problem. It's a giant leaf-tailed gecko, Europlatus fimbriatus. Makes Spider-Man look silly. It's a veiled chameleon in the process of shedding, and apparently is in need of a dermatologist. Oh, nice yawn. I know my narration is boring, but you don't have to be that way about it. Everybody knows these guys. They're bearded dragons, and let's try to get them from an angle that we can see. Oh, you're going to stick your tongue out at me? Brian Fry a few years ago set the lizard world on its ear because, believe it or not, bearded dragons in their saliva have a compound that is originally found in rattlesnakes. Oh, are we challenging me? He obviously knows me, that I'm friends with Mr. Sniffles, because he's over there bobbing his head. But As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by Mr. Head Bobber over there. These guys in their saliva have crotamine, which is a rattlesnake toxin. And when Brian Fry came out with that development in his, I believe it was the Nature paper of a few years ago, he set the lizard world on end. Lizards are not supposed to be venomous, or nor are they supposed to have venomous compounds in their saliva. Certainly not crotamine. Here's one of my favorite exhibits here at Reptiland. This is a South American jungle habitat. It's one of the most beautiful ones I've ever seen anywhere. It comes complete with lots of little different dendrocrobates, arrow poison frogs that, of course, since they're in captivity, they're no longer secreting venom out of their skin. But got a nice eyelash viper just basking there on the log, as well as just a very beautiful environment for these animals. Here's some very nice red-sided garter snake, just beautiful specimens. It looks like they've been feeding real well. Some guy wrote me the other day that he has garter snakes in his collection. I said the only garters I like are the ones that are around the upper thighs of ladies, although those are really nice ones. Here we have, of course, the king of the jungle, at least in the areas that it's from. Beautifully woven into the bamboo, even though it's not real. Your king cobra. And here's an Asiatic cobra. And yes, folks, see, zoos do have mixed exhibits. Here's your friendly neighborhood corn snake, and with two nice large water moccasins. And here we'll do a water moccasin cam if this guy will allow us. Hello, yes. The Kistrodon piscivorus cam. Yeah, look at this guy, or gal. It's a rather plump pancake gaboon viper. Just sitting there waiting for the opportunity to surprise you. Ouch. Here we have a young eastern diamondback saying, I know, this is the doorway. I can get out this way. There's some rather large ones upstairs that we saw behind the scenes. Here's an old friend. I first visited the zoo in, in 1974-75. And this guy was here. So how many years is that? Long time resident here at Clyde Peelings is this beautiful Dendroaspis polylepis, big black mamba. Here we go. The old coffin head. Hello. How are you, guy, huh? You're used to people sticking cameras and stuff in your face, huh? Pueblo milk steaks. Looks like you're in shed, bud, huh? Oh, here we have our 3 northern favorites here in Pennsylvania. Beautiful northern copperhead, your friendly neighborhood timber rattlesnake, looking about as friendly as your average puff adder. And then here we got a black rat snake doing black rat snakes type stuff. All cohabitating in a friendly manner. You know, this must be really fun trying to feed all these Burmese pythons in one enclosure all at once. That I would like to see. You know, although these guys really know what they're doing, see, it is possible to keep more than one snake per enclosure and get out alive. But this has got to be an interesting sight when you try to feed one or more. You know, having had one of these big guys striking at me was enough without having 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Now, these guys are so cool. Little poison arrow frogs. Look at that habitat. Look at that little guy up there. Hey. And these are Play-Doh frogs. Don't they look like they're rubbery? These are Chinese gliding frogs. Well, they don't look real, do they? Although they got the nice white spots on the bellies. Hi there. With these guys, you always have to be very respectful of your seniors. He probably is older than I am, or certainly not a teenager. Tortoise races. He's just kicked back, enjoying the sun. These guys are looking for some additional things to forage on. Yeah, this is a real reptile facility, unlike, you know, the small spaces that we have. Ah, yes. So that's what you're using to keep people out of cages unless they consciously remove the bar?
It's not to keep people out as much as it is to keep accidental openings from occurring. Keep people out, the rooms are all locked and accessible only to them as certified keepers.
Yeah. Naya simonensis. See a nice West African gaboon. Naya pallida. Oh, look at this big guy. Beautiful. Look at the coloration. Isn't he nice?
These rooms are for animals that need more space. Each one's got its own in-floor radiant heating system and dump and fill water supply.
What does it cost to build a facility like this, Chad?
It's very, very hard to say off the top of my head.
Guesstimate.
I don't know. I'd say to build these off-display rooms, to have it contracted out, you're probably looking at $1 million, $1.5 million, something like that.
Let's say hi to Mr. Bluey. Blue-tongued skink. This is, as Chad was saying, this is lizard side of the room. Lots of little bearded dragons hatched out. It's another beautiful king. Yeah, I just got some nice kings that I supplied Don. Don at the Chicago Zoo.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, do you get any large king cobras?
I have, but I generally try to stay away from those unless I have a facility.
I know a facility that's looking for them, so I can pass that on to you, or pass your name on to them.
Well, yeah, I can give you my card. You can either do it by email,
Sure.
stuff like that. Beautiful basilisk. So, folks out there, if you want a world-class reptile facility, even if it's behind scenes, there's a nice green mamba. You got to spend about $1 million, so get them lottery tickets. That's for certain. Oh, look at these little cute little snappers, salties. I haven't seen you guys since Australia. Personally, I wish I had facilities big enough to properly keep big crocodilians like this, because these guys are so cool. Wow, yeah, this is what I'm really lacking right now is a cold facility. A lot of my Atheris and stuff from the high altitudes in Africa really don't take the heat very well. That's really nice. Your own built-in cold room. This room is for a lot of their cooler lizards and amphibians. I've had the pleasure of seeing a couple of Chad's traveling exhibits of frogs and such at other places. Really cool. How many species do you think you got here now?
I don't know. Somebody just asked me that the specimen count's about 800, but I don't know what the species count is.
Wow, fantastic. All right, Chad, I appreciate you giving us a little bit of time up here, but I know you've got a busy day. You've had some minor disasters, so I'll get out of your hair. We've been doing a quick walk around here in the quarantine area of Clyde Peeling's Reptiland in Allenwood, Pennsylvania. Beautiful $1 million or so facility, world-class AZA facility.